guess we'll let him fuck with it since he's running around. There he is.
I'm back. We're live. Fixed it.
It's just us. All right, before anybody gets back, let's talk about some super secret shits, and they got to go back.
So we are just on YouTube, though, so there's that.
Okay,
like,
so then
we're like 5 minutes short. I'm like, the hell with it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oopsie.
Maybe I don't even know how to do it.
They should automatically share. You know what? I'm gonna go to my Facebook. I'm gonna share it. I haven't shared it on my Facebook in a while.
Share.
I'm going.
No,
one thing that's cool is so it's that link I made earlier is going to be a perpetual ongoing link. So we can share it and just use it forever.
So, but it creates a new stream every time?
It's a new stream, but it's the same link. According to
like same link that we're going to give our guests or for everybody that's watching?
I don't know that part.
Interesting.
Weird.
Well, we got 12 people get back on, so.
They'll show back up.
Yeah.
I'm about to go on a little tag.
I just made a comment on our Quietly Loud Facebook page. Says, go to YouTube for the rest of the show, everyone. Smiley face.
Did you guys see my wall art?
I just tagged like 30 people. See what happens. I'm
So
looking
what am I gonna
at
do with
me
this
trying to be grammatically
pile
correct.
of
We
stuff?
live. Host. I'm back.
Where are all the comments? There we are.
I got comments.
We are back.
Anyway, Amprax looking real pretty. Getting there.
Yeah. Shit. I cleaned my garage today. Bobby, you'd be surprised what my garage looks like, dude.
How's the weather out there right now?
How's what?
How's the weather?
It's good. Or it's been good the last few days, but it's going to get hot again for a little bit.
It looks like we may have another hurricane.
Nasty.
We got lucky with the last one, so that means we're going to get absolutely smashed on the new one.
And now it's a new one?
Yeah, the GFS model. All the models are predicting something in the Gulf next week.
Something
big. It's far enough out to where they can't be like it could be a big tropical storm. It could be a Category 5 hurricane. We will know more in a couple of days.
Yeah. I'm good. I really never want to be in a hurricane or a tornado.
There's a reason insurance companies are leaving Louisiana.
And California. And it's not tornadoes. It's that like people are allowed to steal things in California.
No, that's not why insurance companies are leaving here. It's because when they come here, every other year they have $1 billion in claims because some natural disaster has occurred. Well, so it's not they haven't made an official prediction yet. They're just saying something will be out there. I'll see if I can pull it up without crashing the internet again.
Thanks.
How did that even happen last time?
I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
It was me. It was my fault.
What do you got there? What kind of cube you got there?
Oh, I'll show you in a second. So here you go. This is GFS. We're Thursday. This is right now. I'll be looking in the Gulf down here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then that far out is kind of hard to. That says it's like a Category 5 hurricane. That
motherfucker's the size of Texas.
It's as big as the entire Gulf. What are you talking about? You
yeah.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
It's huge.
It's hitting us. Patrick.
It's going right up the ass of Louisiana. Fuck that.
Good thing we didn't pull the generator out.
Where's your house? Like, where are you at? Like, according to all that shit.
Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
There.
Oh, beautiful.
see the L? Yeah, I'm right
Yeah,
there.
that's me, bud. Taking the L.
Holy shit.
So I live here. Patrick lives here. Like 10 minutes away. Not even.
Fucking A.
But for the last hurricane, he brought over his big generator because he has a whole home generator on his new house. We put a 12-gallon fuel tank on it, and it is now the shop and house are now wired to be powered by the generator, and it can power everything. We haven't tried the hot water heater. I'm going to turn that off to be safe, but everything else, every light, every AC, everything.
Nice.
Yeah. This is a cube, obviously. It's part of the multi-bin, multi-board system, which I can show more of later, but basically a storage system. Long way about it.
Nice.
Yeah. And these are, oh yeah, I was going to zoom in so you can see what I was messing with down here. Yeah, we're going to get hit by a hurricane. That's cool.
Have you ever been to the Autorama car audio event up here in the Sacramento area? It was pretty fucking big back in the mid teens.
Yeah, kind of like just before I got back in, it had gone belly up type thing. I mean, before I started like getting into the big shows.
Right.
It was basically the year when Robbie and Stockton got into it. I think was the first barbecue I went to. So
yes, that was the first barbecue, and that's what created that whole thing. I think this year the Autorama thing is going to be fucking huge. It'll be at the beginning of May, and I think it could be something really incredible.
Why are you thinking that?
Because I'm going to be involved.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's a good show. We're definitely willing and definitely.
Well, Doug moved away, and so I think there's a chance that we might be able to help out with creating something with that. But I don't know. We're gonna see what we can do. I might be the main sponsor, and and see what we can do to be involved again, and see if we can help fix that shit. We'll see. I don't know.
Well, let me know if you need any help. I mean, I'm down. Yeah, we're not going to do Ruckus this year, so to add another show in its place would be good, and it's a West Coast show, so could take the Explorer too. Would be dope. I think we're going to do Midwest SPL this year, though.
Where's that?
Everywhere. Well,
I'm not even sure where finals is, but it's not far from Hammy. And Hammy's gone a few times. It's been pretty good for us, so I'm gonna go. I think do that, and it's a quick jaunt for Hammy versus trying to drive out to North Carolina. So,
what for a sundown?
No, for Ruckus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you dirty. Just say that.
I am actually. Me and Colt are gonna go to Ruckus.
Yeah, I know you guys were going to go in Byron, so we were, Ham and I were talking about trying to get with you guys and maybe figuring something out. But it's just for Hammy to get down there, it's so many more days. It's 2 days worth of driving each way, all that shit. Versus he could literally go. He could do Midwest SPL, leave Friday, get there Friday evening, and then leave Sunday after the show, and it'd just be literally the weekend. So.
That's one thing a lot of people don't think about whenever they want people to go to these shows, go to these events that are really far away. Like, it's not just the show it's like Slam's 3 days before, and I can't do anything because I have to get ready to go and then drive 2 days, and it's the same thing coming home.
Yep, same thing. There's only a couple shows willing to do that for, but. Yeah, it's hard. It's a lot of time, man. You're on the road more than you are at the show. Yep.
Sure. And then, but that's why I get upset at the stunt wall when I can't communicate in my booth that I spent $1,500 to have and days and days of my time to go there and.
Right. Yep. It's hard. I mean, it's fucking hard. That's why I want to move to the middle of the country so I could just be central to everybody.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to be central to the shows, you need to go ahead and move to the East Coast.
Well, like if I were in Stillwater, it's still basically a 1-day drive to get to the East Coast.
Geographically, you'd be center, but
What does Michael mean? Nobody hits like on the live. What's the matter? You guys don't love us?
Where's my light? Where's our light? Yeah, give us some. Help us with the YouTube algorithm. We never ask, I guess. So maybe
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
we should start doing that. Give us some likes, a follow. What else do these motherfuckers say when they're on
Make
YouTube?
some really fucking rude comment.
Subscribe.
Fucking ugly and furry and old we look or something. Like, get on there.
Yeah,
Tell us
comment.
we're all wrong. If you make a typical YouTube comment and be like, "You're fucking wrong."
like,
Yeah,
I don't
people
know
start
how
arguing. Start arguing in the comments.
Yeah, yes, yeah, that's it. Start arguing about nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
just start
fucking-
replying to each other about being fucking good looking.
Last one to comment gets a fucking hug and a high five from all three of us.
Last
Hey.
one to comment.
Hey, have
By
you
the
guys seen
year
that video?
2077 gets a free Gately box. What's up?
By what year?
The year
20?
2077.
2070. Man, if Gately Audio is still a thing in 2077, that'd be pretty cool. That would put me at 102 years old, and if I'm still alive,
Killing it.
pretty fucking killer, I would for sure be like, aha.
I win, bitch.
Have you guys seen that video where the guys they're talking face to face on like a podcast or something, two black dudes, and the dude says, "When I snap my fingers, you're gonna forget that you were gay."
Yeah.
He snaps his fingers really fast, like right after he says his statement, and the other dude's like, "I was never gay. You can't just do that." And he goes, "I know you were never gay." You know, it does, dude. It's so fucking good. Have you seen it? You haven't seen it, Bobby?
No, I haven't seen that, but that's really fucking funny.
It's
Oh,
hilarious.
god damn it. Here we go again with the wet sock delete. That shit was so fun. Man, you know, when you guys get me in here and I've been working for fucking 12 plus hours by the time we start the show, and maybe I burned a bowl or something, I'll be pretty goddamn gullible. Especially when I'm like, hey, guys, seriously, don't fucking tell me anything.
No,
unless
bro,
it's the
no.
right shit. And he's like,
Where's it-
bro,
well,
you
it's
gotta
the
ask him to
internet.
do a wet sock.
It's the internet is the problem. So people do come up with names that don't make sense for some shit.
No, the wet sock delete makes perfect sense for this, though. So,
Tear it up.
wet sock delete.
Oh yeah, I guess y'all.
What are you doing? What are you doing there, kid? What are you making?
So these are some 3D printed. These are just prototype amp racks for the VXI amps. I posted amp stands. Let me be more specific. I posted videos of them like 2 months ago when I first.
So what do they do?
They space the amp off of the amp rack, and then they give wire management holes. And
Oh,
things
you
in
give
it.
a little space to put all those bulky ass fucking doodads in.
Oh no! So what bulky doodads, brother? We're
Well-
cutting those up in 2024.
Yeah.
We are cutting up $100 plugs in 2024.
Dude, oh my god, those things murder my life.
I know.
Which ones are those, Drew? Those aren't like
the-
the big marine style ones, are they?
These are the VXI. This is the VXI signal plug. It's
Man,
like a
that's
serial.
crazy.
It's a 25 pin serial port.
How big is it usually?
I don't know.
Bigger. A lot bigger.
And there's a lot more. That's what it normally is.
I see. So you just get rid of all the shit you don't need, and then take off all that plastic nonsense.
Well, this is all rubber, and then it's some type of poured sealant inside of it. That was our first time doing it yesterday, but so I want to wrap the wires underneath the amp, and it's like the VXI connectors are so big, it makes it really cumbersome to try to do it.
All right.
I was like, you know what? I might have been Patrick. One of us is like, let's just cut them open. So we did.
Me and
And
Steven were
JL
talking about like, you know, having like what started with like golf ball texture inside of the port. Wouldn't that would be ideal, right? Like the
So,
technology,
it's
the engineering behind it
can't
all.
do it.
If you had ports that were lined, that were like the inside was done just like the surface of a golf ball, that'd be
Somebody's
ideal.
already got that patent. Somebody's ahead of you. That's why you haven't seen it yet, because someone owns
Well,
the
the
patent
thing
on
is that there's, being that I'm a golfer, I know this, that there's many different dimple patterns, and the dimple pattern makes a huge
it.
difference
The
on
patent is basically
all kinds of things. So you
It
might be able
is
to change the pattern.
all encompassing of indentions inside of the flare. Like it's some big company because they were able to lock it down. That's why no one's done it.
Damn.
Might be Harman. I don't know.
Well, you could still, I'm sure you could still do it, Bobby, with your CNC. And then what are they going to do? They're not going to say like, you can't use your CNC to cut little notches in your wood.
I'm just saying that me and Steve had a funny conversation about making upholstery to use that had a really excellent texture for that. And then we talked about using elephant foreskin
Yeah.
as the port lining, because it would be a tubular piece of flesh that could be perfect for a lining, a port. That's all I was talking about. But yeah, I don't need your boy Scotty suing me over my fucking.
It's hard.
I'll get a patent on the elephant foreskin lining
Harman.
of the port,
Not
and
Scotty.
then Scotty can fucking suck my fucking balls.
Scotty ain't got Harman money.
Pretty close, but
Harman Group, man.
Texture,
That's the big money.
You see that shit? Drew, look at the screen. Your boy.
Damn.
That dude is gonna get fucked a lot.
He just attacked a homeless guy with a bat. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Holy
This dude's got
shit.
mega fucking problems.
Wow.
Bro, he's been had mega problems.
Mm-hmm. You know, nobody feels bad for him, and nobody
Nope.
should.
Nope, we shouldn't.
Literally,
You should not.
okay.
So anyway, those little amp things are just it lifts the amp about 3/4 of an inch off the rack. I'm gonna flip some wires under it, like the remote wire probably, and the Ethernet cables and all that. And I'm gonna put little LEDs under them and whatever.
Speaking of LEDs, I have the worst luck with LEDs. It doesn't matter. Doesn't seem to matter. I put those in there, and already one of them has like a spot about 2 inches long. It's just like blinks.
Yeah, you need to go ahead and look, and you need to reach out to the boys the Seth over at Glow Industries.
Yeah,
Telling you, bro. Telling you, the LEDs are the truth.
Yeah, anything besides
I'm talking about LEDs. That's all I have hands-on experience with. Them
Yeah.
bitches is bright.
I'm stoked with how they turned out. I mean, they're bright and they look good, but
Honeycomb. No. Multi-board.
Multi-pass.
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 Only the real gangsters know about multi-pass.
Such a good movie.
I want to watch
Did he
that.
die recently?
No,
No, I think that was one of those.
Okay.
One of those fake stories.
A little older now. You know.
I know
Oh, he's definitely old.
got something going on there. Yeah.
How much port area for 312s? That is a too broad of a
Yes.
question. 7.
16,000.
12.
What 12-inch subwoofers are we talking about, Timmy? What do you got?
It's
Hey,
an
Bobby.
answer anything but Gately. Wrong answer.
Is 9 square inches of port enough for is it 9 square inches? No, 9 key. Yeah, 9.
6.5, sure.
No. What am I thinking here? So my box, if I were to do it in sixth order, we figured out that it was like 9. Was it 9 cubic?
9 inches of port area per cubic foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're already
Well,
doing
it's
it
not really
wrong.
based on cubic foot, but we got to figure out how much. Yes, yes, try it. Yes.
He was saying between like 8 and 11. It's kind of like the window. So it's
Yes and
kind of,
no.
he said it's small.
I've seen 6 with big port area internal perform really well. That I was like, whoa, doesn't that unload? And it's like, no. And I've seen ones where I was like, that's a leaky fourth order with a tiny that doesn't even make sense port, and that also work extremely well. I've also seen a fucking really fucky sixth order that I was like, all right, what is like your, what are your volumes? When he was like, and it was like a fucking negative ratio with a big wild ass, not very long port. And I was like, whoa, what would that even tune to? And he was like, oh, if you do the math on the tuning, it's like 34, 40. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, and here's fucking 16 hertz. Just fucking, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that works. Like, you can't say that doesn't fucking work. You know what I mean? So,
so you just gotta fuck with it.
You just gotta fuck with it. But like, if you're thinking you want to try it as a sixth, I'm in. I'll build you the structures and ship them to you.
Yeah, once we figure out this noise issue, we'll see where it's at. I think once we figure it out, I'll be happy, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's only one way to know.
Because I mean, once it gets to that basically 165 at half the knob, like you can tell it's really loud, but it's not anywhere near where it's not tapped out. You can tell the subs are only moving maybe this much. You're like, well, they definitely could take more. That's at RMS power. So, if they double that on a burp, they will take the power, but for some reason, the signal to give them that power is funky.
We gotta like see what the signal going into the JL is.
Well, see, I did as I did all these changes, I went ahead and checked the voltage out of the DSP, and I matched those.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were just barely off. So 2 of the channels are basically exactly the same, and then one channel it's like 2.7, and the other ones are 2.8, like for reference, like negative 2.7, negative 2.8, negative 2.8. And they spit out like 4.84 volts, I think is what it was, at full tilt. And then we plugged those into the amps, unloaded, and then we went through each amp and matched them. So at no point in the knob unloaded does it have some sort of weird spike or anything. So could be something with the home load, maybe like. But when I did the DATs on it, like at that frequency, there was like 8x rise. I mean, I can't see it being a resistance thing. Fuck, I don't know.
So Timmy, Steve, I want to see if like there's some kind of voltage level going into the JL or into. It fucking did this with my amps too. So it's not the landing. It's maybe something going on, funny signal happening in the JL. If you hook up to a computer and you're looking at the signal going in, going into, it'll like flash over and like tell you that it's too much going in on the JL.
As far as like the JL, the tune software,
you'll see if like it isn't happy about something with its signal. You know what I mean? It'll like flash over on the signal input if it's a little high. You might be able to see something like that.
Hang on.
You might end up going in and like turning down the level going into the JL and turn up the output on everybody so that if it's boosting the out more and its input is lower, that way it's not freaking out a little bit based on, not that I've seen that happen, but if it did the same with the Gately amps as it's doing with the kicker amps, then it's very, very likely not the fucking amps. And it sounds like it's more of a head unit or processor issue.
Yes, I mean it could be coming out of the little Bluetooth thing I'm using.
Oh yeah.
Let me share the screen here.
I'll ship you a little JL gizmo that we have here. and you can just plug it right in, and like that's easy. That sometimes like the right test, even though it's not like the definitive one, is like the easiest thing possible, right? You're like, I just plugged this in, and fucking, you're like, it's not doing it with that, so switch back to the other thing. It does it, doesn't do it, doesn't do it. All right, fuck this thing. That's what the problem is.
So in this, where is this what I would be looking at, or where would I see that? In here?
Drew, help me out here, bud. Drew, where are you at, boo?
Is he not there?
I was talking the whole time too. Damn it, I was muted.
Yeah, you were muted for a long time. Hey,
Damn it, you'll have to you'll have to be hooked up to something playing for that. Also, to see the word over, I am pretty sure that's a Max thing because you're reading Max's inputs. Maybe
I thought we would still see that on the screen. Maybe I'm tripping.
No, so you'll see a red light on the setup.
Okay.
Well, no, it'll be red. It'll be under setup tab on the left. There's going to be a full input section.
Mm-hmm.
So see the two blinking lights right now on the right. They're those two in the middle. Yep.
Yeah.
Those will turn red if your incoming signal is too high.
So you might look there, and you can actually pull those down a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and so you can change, like, if you go to input, you see right above driver door, click that yellow door. You change the input sensitivity right there.
That way, maybe if you wanted to kind of like level in less or more, you can bring that up or down. If that Bluetooth gizmo is what is freaking out.
But I don't think that's going to be. I don't think input voltage definitely won't be the problem. Because if you're just using a Bluetooth thing, those things are normally like 2 volts, 4 volts at the most.
Yeah. The newer, fancier ones are 4, and that's never going to be too much.
JL's new one's 4.
What the fuck could it be, Drew?
I don't know, man. I wish I had an answer.
I don't know either. So the potentiometer does make noise as I go. If there's nothing playing and I just turn the bass knob, it'll go like
Well, that's not good.
So maybe
no, that's like actual shit. Get that out of there. Go ahead and get you a DRC 205. Stop playing around.
Well, what I was gonna do was
I'll send you one of the little controlling knobby.
The DRC 205.
Well, LF, I was gonna use his dual.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
And then I was gonna basically link the roof and the doors, and then I was gonna buy this other dual knob that they sell at, I think it was Crutchfield at Parts Express. But basically, I'm gonna set my levels for the door and the roof separately, and then feed that into the other knob of the dual because he doesn't have a triple. So this way I can still control basically the volume of the doors and the roof at the same time, but I'll still be able to set them separately. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's say JL makes a dual knob, but it's only a dual knob, and it plugs into the DSP. But it allows you to change tunes and all that fun stuff. You can make it do whatever you want, really.
See, I wish LF would make something that just was a single knob, but you could switch through zones or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
Take his brain that he has. Let's say he makes one that has like 6 outputs or something. And then depending on what zone you click, that's what it controls.
I like that. Yeah. I bet you that dude's smart, man. I bet you could do it. Easy.
It seems like the way I would go, because then we literally only have to make one case, one knob, and it becomes just a software board. Something you got to build into the board, I'm sure, but it's a software thing. So.
And then you could have it set to where if you need to turn it all down quickly, you just click the button, mutes all channels.
Yeah, there's all kinds of cool shit you could do. You could link some of the zones, if you need more than one set of RCAs out for, I don't know, your doors or whatever, You could have like zone 2 and 3 control your doors and link them. All kinds of shit you could do. But I don't know if he sees this or if anybody's his buddy that's watching or if he's watching. Do that.
I talk to him every now and then.
I think we talked about it a little bit when he was on here, but it was
Very possible.
a year ago. So I know it was the dual knob and stuff wasn't nearly as far into being made or whatever design, etc.
So Timmy, I think if I'm not mistaken, your Defmont machetes are like a 600 or 800 watt RMS, 2.5 inch coil, relatively small 12. If that is correct, I think they ask for a single 6-inch diameter port per woofer, so you'd be like 27. And if you're doing a slot port, I'd bring that up about 10%, and I'd bring that to about 30 inches of port area. So you have 3 of those 12s. You'd want to be somewhere between like 80 and 90 inches of port area. And the more on the smaller side you are, the more flare and taper you need, so you avoid any port mock.
Wait, did Devon said a 6-inch arrow for like mid to low 12?
I think that's correct. If
Dang,
I'm
wow.
single 6-inch, it's only 27 inches of port area for a single 12. That's pretty realistic.
I mean, it's a lot for us for a. I don't know.
I've seen where it was like use this single 4-inch port, but I've never.
Yeah, 6 inch. 6-inch sounds big for a. Well, you don't really use arrows that much, if at all, really.
No, not normally. No.
I find so like a single 6 for a 12 is, I find, and from what I've been told, kind of like it's kind of like a single 8 for 2 12s. Turns out to be ends up peaky and very.
So a single 8 for 2 12s is a lot bigger than a single 6, because we're talking 64 inches of port area versus 27. So 2 6s is less than an 8.
Yeah, but I was just giving that example. Like single 6 is on the big side. I would do a single 6 for like a ZV612 or like something very large.
ZV6 one's like 40 inches of port area.
Yeah,
that's your parameters, Drew. No, those recommendations are on the website are not. The designs are mine. The recommendations are not, because I would not do some of what they have on there. But so 26 inches of port for a round port is much different than 26 inches of slot port. Much different. Not much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, much different.
Oh no, not so different.
It's so what's the word Ben used? Ben actually did a really good video on this a couple of years ago. It's you have 26 inch square inches of port area, right? For a take of a port. 26 square inch port, 27 for a round, and 27 for a square. The square port is going to have more surface area inside the port than the round one will, causing more resistance to the air.
That resistance is really pretty insignificant, actually.
But it might be until your port's 30 inches long, and then now your column of air you're trying to move is a lot heavier. Now your port volume is twice as much, 3 times as much.
No, the volume is exactly the same. The internal volume.
No, you're right.
The internal volume of that slot is exactly the same if the port area is the same.
You're right. It's the
drag of the surface of the material against the air.
Yep. That was one thing Ben talked about years ago, and I was like, huh. I'm like, that makes sense. He talks about the shape of an enclosure. Oh,
that is the bigger. That is the car.
Thank you, Blake.
Yeah.
Thank you, my guy. I wasn't trying to do math in my head, but 60 sounded big. I was like, oh, okay.
You did the math backwards, Blake.
No, I think 8 inch. Hey, Google. What's the area of an 8-inch circle?
56.
50.27. Tighten, you bitch.
No.
Wouldn't it tune it slightly lower if surface area drag? Yes. It gives it an effect. It sounds lower, but from what I've experienced, that's why one reason for slots is they tend to be more musical because they have airports. Airports are louder when these numbers work, right? Airports are more efficient. That is for a fact. But slot ports are easier to dial in port area wise because you can change the
You
shape.
can be really precise. That's the biggest advantage.
And you can bend it much easier. So say you need a 30-inch long port. Well, you ever seen a 30-inch long arrow? Oh, damn.
Well, now with all these fancy 3D printers, and I was wrong, and Blake is correct, and Drew is correct. My bad.
Yeah. But you were tired. You've been up since 4 a.m.
I know. Thank you for making excuses for me, but yes.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
That's another example of why whenever people are like, oh, there's something wrong with my amp. And we're like, are you sure it's the amp? Are you sure? Did you check the wiring? Yeah. All right. Did you double check it? Yeah.
Why would I need to do that?
Okay. Because we're human. Every one of us, every day, makes mistakes, does something wrong, does this, does that. It is what it is.
Yeah. So,
okay, I was like, am I doing it right?
So yeah, so still for the young man that was asking about what port area,
it depends. That's the answer.
So probably 80 to 90 inches of port area. Maybe if it's a slot, you go a touch over because of drag on the surface of the material.
Again, it depends on what you want to do. Like if you're trying to play 20, 15 hertz, you do that much port area, you're not going to have subs left. It don't matter how long you make the port.
Yes. So, no matter what, it'll never make compression.
Yep. Which is why, like, even giving recommendations, I'm so just like, I was like, I don't like doing it because there's so many factors that are important that can't be taken into consideration.
Do you guys think if somebody wants to just play really low lows and they don't have a ton of room, that it's better to just go with like a sealed box?
No.
Then they're just not going to be playing. Well, they can do IB. They're not going to be playing it very, very loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do IB.
If guys, so I had a customer years ago that like he was a soldier and he had fired a large gun in fucking Iraq and shit, and he had horrific tinnitus all the time, and he found that like playing music with ultra low fucking bass from being a bass head, like 16, 18, 20 hertz, really, like it almost, he's like, when I'm hearing that, it's pretty much not there. And he would drive back and forth to work in his shitty little commuter car, and he had a ZV5 12 and like a fucking Teraamps 8K. And he came to me and was like, build me a crazy Series 6 order for this 112 that will play ultra low lows. And I built like 3 different like test boxes to figure it out. And I made one, and it was like you could hear the fucking port mock on the inside of the box because that port was so small to try to keep pressure. It was like a leaky fourth with like a noisy port, and it was like it was doing it, but we had to figure out how to make it not make that noise. So I actually extended that port and added a bunch of like flare to it so that it would release that pressure. And I also kind of loaded it not near the output port of that. And that thing, he could drive around with a single 12 with a fucking 8K on it with a massive amount of impedance rise, playing fucking DJ Rusticle's 18 hertz shit all day with a single 12 out of his truck, and it wasn't playing it with like massive, and it wasn't doing a fucking 50, and it didn't sound really fantastic by any means on a lot of music that he played, but it was pretty awesome for the most part. But he could play those lows like that all day long, and he was like, dude, my whole hour and a half to 2 hour drive each day back and forth to work, and I am like not experiencing that fucking tinnitus that bothered me so bad, to where it makes it a lot easier for him to deal with it when he's, working and when he's trying to rest, because it's not like this thing that's been nagging him nonstop. He has a couple of breaks of it throughout the day.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. But that was a weird request, and it definitely had some sacrifices to it. And I built a couple of similar boxes that didn't quite go that low with single 12, double 12 setups that worked pretty fucking well.
Hell yeah. Have you got a chance to play with the LF audio knob?
I have one sitting right here, and we just haven't had an opportunity to put it in the Soulgasm. It has no windshield.
So I messed with one of the prototypes. It's a pretty cool piece, man. It really is
awesome. I'm super excited to put one of these in one of the builds here. It's we just got to get these things put back together. Like, we're doing a double windshield. The guys at NSA, Not Standard Audio, are making a double windshield per Hunter's instructions for the Soulgasm for us. So we're excited to get that thing on there. And at that point, I'm pretty confident we're going to put an LF wireless in there and make it work. I wish we had the dual, but he doesn't have that available just yet. So.
Oh yeah, it's. I'm waiting for him to come out with the like the screen that shows all the system data and everything. That's what I'm waiting for.
So this Saturday, there's the Sunrise Cruise. There's a road called Sunrise, not far from the shop here, Drew. And a couple times a year, this guy puts this like kind of event together, and people cruise up and down Sunrise Boulevard here in Sacramento, and then there's like this Lowe's parking lot, and it's like connected to like a mini mall area that's relatively big, and there'll be hundreds of cars parked out there. And last time they did it, we brought the Guillotine out there and gave some demos, and it was like the first real break-in of the Guillotine. We had a lot of fun, so we're hoping to head out there. We're probably going to bring the Banging on Wheels truck, that fourth order with the 615s, and that blow through truck. We'll probably bring that thing out there, and maybe the Guillotine. We just put a new windshield on the Guillotine today, so that should be enough time for that cure. We loaded 8 new dual 2s, and NSK guys are doing one more recon for us. And so as soon as we get that tomorrow, we'll load that in there, and then we're going to try to create a stripper pole to go from like the edge of the transmission tunnel and passenger floor up to the center of or close to the center of the roof, right at the windshield. Because we don't want it to be like, when you have a fucking angled stripper pole that's going like from the bottom of your wall up to the fucking front, it's like you fucking bump your face on it. You're trying to film a fucking video, and you got this big fucking beam or bar going across right in front of you.
Yep.
Like, so we're hoping to avoid that. But so yeah, if we can get that shit done and get that thing operating, we'll probably bring the Gilly out there too. So it should be a lot of fun out there at the Sunrise Cruise. There'll be hundreds of cars and fucking thousands of people out there fucking wandering around. It's a pretty cool fucking event. It's a little scary, man. You're like wondering when the car club guys are gonna start getting wild and people are gonna start pulling pistols and shit out.
Hey.
So
sometimes it be like that.
It does. Yeah. So anyway,
I ain't got nothing going on besides messing around in here and getting caught up on work because
What are you crimping?
right now I'm crimping. I just meant general, but right now I'm crimping some Anderson plug connectors.
I don't understand why those hydraulic crimpers cost so much. The ones that like work off air, like if you just buy one to put on your table and then cook it up to your compressor, they're like fucking $2,000.
I've considered at one point. I was really considering getting electric one, like Milwaukee. I know they're expensive, but I was like, man, I just don't do enough of this to justify it. Like if I was Bobby, I'd have 3 of them bitches. You couldn't pay me to not have one if I was Bobby.
Let's see, the
So I
pneumatic.
got a guy named fucking Gary, and he likes to fucking just crimp that shit.
Got a guy named Gary, and he likes to
Yeah,
crimp
one of my
shit.
technicians.
I let him crimp shit.
Yeah, he does that shit. And he's good. Good guy. The fucking power ones are, they're time consuming. You got to get it all set up. You put it on. You fucking sit there. Whereas like some fucking goofy dude with some fucking big ass arms and a fucking regular crimp tool, he just grabs it, goes gunk, and then it's fucking done. It's like that's still the fastest way. And those motherfuckers need exercise.
Yeah.
Like the only way I could see the electrical one really making sense is if you're doing a lot of them bitches. Like you're working
You're like some guy making harnesses. You're like, oh, I make these fucking big 3 kits, and you're like fucking you fucking, sitting there over and over again. You got fucking 30 of them lined up. You got them all ready, and you fucking move it over, and you step on a button, swoop, it fucking smushes it.
Is that the sound it makes?
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's funny. I just made a plane that already existed. Whatever. Fuck it.
You made a plane?
Well, not an airplane, motherfucker. A fucking plane in goddamn Fusion.
You should show us what you're doing. You should share your
don't
screen.
know how to do that.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing. I need an
Fair.
adult.
Same.
You see that little thing where it says present right there, Bobby?
Present. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't want to accidentally have it come up on my gay porn screen that's over here on this.
So if you select, you should be able to select what window you share.
Yeah.
Share screen.
And then it gives you like Chrome tab, window, entire screen. So you just pick the one that you're working on.
Window.
If it's a program, it's probably under window or entire screen. But yeah.
There we are. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So what we have here, I show you guys a second. These are the planes I made. I am going to do some
of the sketching.
Some of the thingies here. I go like this, and I am adhering these parts back together.
Jamie, I am installing the conductors right now.
Meow.
Yeah, I got the conductors from Jamie and Jay Jones at Car Audio Direct while I was in Canada. Such nice guys. Dude, Canada was really great. I might move there.
You want to move there?
I might move there.
Crazy.
Not really. I guarantee it snows too much there for me.
Any of you guys go see the Beetlejuice movie yet?
I have not. I haven't. We went and saw the Alien movie, which was pretty fucking cool. Okay, so top secret shit. I'm not going to show a whole lot of detail, except a lot of detail. But this is an 18-inch TI basket, and the guys at NSA have these big badass 5-inch coil motors, and these big badass 5-inch coils. And they didn't have the ability to put an appropriate size spider on there because the little puny 10-inch landing isn't enough when you have a 5-inch coil. So I made this adapter to put a 12-inch diameter spider landing on a TI basket.
Damn, boy.
and it's pretty fucking badass. And it's gonna go a little bit like this. But that's all I show you.
You don't heard any good feedback about the conductor. I haven't heard any bad. It's kind of a niche thing. Actually, there were like 3 people in Canada that had one. I'll say that. A lot of people had them. I will be able to give you feedback at some point.
So how did you did some creative shit on your thing to have it like it's got every angle possible and your printer, except your printer's not printing anymore and you're
Print. I'm using OBS, which is a streaming software. It pulls in all the different footages and puts them together.
What material are you making that landing out of, Bobby?
plastic. No, probably the new fancy material that's like strong as steel. What is that? The fucking PPS? What is it called, Drew?
PPS.
PPS. That's what I'm gonna
Yes. Do you? I don't know if do you have a printer that can print it?
Can't the regular bamboo print that?
No, X1E only.
The X1E only?
X1E only. I think that's what I read on the website.
I don't think so. I'll double check that shit. I just bought that. Sold a ton of them. What'd you sell a ton of?
The conductors.
Conductor, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm all what? I'm like, somebody already made this? I've been working on this motherfucker off and on all goddamn day.
You motherfucker better not have made them.
Like, motherfucker. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. But yeah.
Second, I'll share my. All right, we'll look at this real quick.
You
Monitor.
double checking?
After I download this, I will. I'm about to start a print.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. It's one of those things that, like, I just, like, Gavin's like, I'm going to order that shit. I'm like, go do it. Cool. Well, I don't know that. I don't read about the fucking stuff. I just do what he fucking tells me to do. It's like, I do the design part, and then I know how to, like, make the machine work, but he does all.
Yep. Right
like,
here.
God damn it. All right, well, then I'm going to order one of those.
I don't know where you buy that, actually.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
Because it ain't from Bamboo. I bet Jim knows. That feels like something Jim would know. 12-volt repair geek. I'm gonna guess that's Adam. I'm just taking a guess. Got to get lined out with a distributor.
Just need to order one or two of them.
Clone.
Well, then maybe I'll just use ABS glass fiber and see how it goes.
There also, I mean, there are other things you can print like PC and PA and all the other stuff.
Well, I'm gonna put the little inserts in it. It should be pretty fucking stout.
Right, no,
So.
Amp Dinos is Adam. Who the hell's 12-volt repair geek? Josh, damn it.
As far as updates go, not really. I mean, it's there. And yeah, I'm gonna start sending out sponsor packets this week. Talking to the dude about room code still. Like I said, they're a little like, I don't know how to say it.
Do they send you letters in the mail and correspondence? You're like, I sent them an email and they sent me back a typed fucking letter in the mail.
Pretty much. I mean, they're just kind of like, slow moving, it's on a reservation. They just kind of do whatever the fuck they want, so just kind of waiting. So, yeah, he did send me an email yesterday, so that's good.
All right.
Building fire trucks sounds super duper fun. I'm just saying.
Hey, turn the video on. Go live on the camera.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we've been doing, what time is it?
9:20.
Almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're there. I'm gonna go fuck home. I want to eat some dinner and go to sleep. And fucking be creepy on my wife. Someone
Yeah,
do.
that sounds like fun.
It does. It does. She's pretty hot.
All right, cool. All right, boys. Well,
I'm
get
going
you
to be
in.
here. I may end up going live on my personal page. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, kids. Everybody's homework is to sneak up on your spouse and do some creepy sexual shit to them. Just don't make them mad. Make them smile and giggle, or get them to perv out on you back. That's everybody's assignment. You guys go and do all of that, and think about fixing your engine noise while you do it. That'll make it last a little longer, and be nice to people. And yeah, that's what's up.
Sounds good, fellas.
All right, boys. Peace.
All right,
Later.
Drew, get done. And
Tonight's the night where I work in here for many, many hours.
okay, well, work safe, work smart. Don't fuck anything up.
Oh, don't worry. I will do all three.
Slow is fast.
All right, boys.
All right, kids.
Later.
Later.